Let your light shine, Matthew 5:16, is the motto of the Diocese of Miao, Arunachal Pradesh, India. Arunachal Pradesh, the land of the rising sun with the mountains bathed in morning sun. The biggest among the 7 sister states of northeast India. It borders Assam and Nagaland to the south. It shares international borders with Bhutan in the west, Myanmar in the east and China's Tibet in the north.
The enchanting beauty of the Blue Hills and the rich and unique cultural and traditional dances and folk forms makes Arunachal Pradesh unique and unparalleled.
The state is rich in diverse languages. About 30 to 50 different types of languages, which are mainly dialects, are being used here.
Christianity entered in Arunachal Pradesh in the year 1854 through the 2 French missionaries, namely Crick and Bori. They were martyred in some village on their way to Tibet.
In those days, fathers and sisters were prohibited from entering Arunachal Pradesh. So, they used to enter Arunachal through footpaths and narrow roads that had no checkposts and sometimes even disguised.
I can proudly say that the joy we experience today of living and practicing the Catholic faith is the fruit of the tough and hard work of the early missionaries and their sacrifices. Such efforts from the side of the early missionary fathers and sisters were met with arrests, being jailed and tortured. In those days, churches were burned, crucifixes crushed and broken, and Bibles were burned.
In 1921, the Salesian missionaries came to the then Assam and established churches, schools and other developmental activities. They worked for the holistic development of the people. Bishop Thomas Manampuram played a pivotal role in establishing the Catholic Church in Arunachal Pradesh along with Mr. Wanglet Lawanja, who was a young chieftain from Borduria.
They were zealous people,
interested in God and religion. They were interested and enthusiastic to receive Christ. Norktes and Wanchos are the 2 tribes that welcomed Christianity with open arms.
The first Catholic mission school and hostel were established at Borduria in Honsa district. In 1992, the first Catholic church in Arunachal Pradesh was blessed and inaugurated at Borduria. The first priest to reside and work there was Father George Palaparambil SDB, who later became the first bishop of the Diocese of Miao. The Diocese of Miao was established on 7th of December, 2005 by Pope Benedict XVI and appointed Reverend George Palaparambil as its first shepherd.
The Diocese of Miao today has grown in number and stature and continues the work of the Church in the eastern part of Arunachal Pradesh. In a state where there was not a single Catholic about 35 to 40 years ago, has today over 1 lakh Catholics who live and practice the Catholic faith.
Today the diocese has 46 mission centers with 280 priests and sisters who are engaged in parishes, schools, colleges, hostels, healthcare centers, hospitals, de-addiction centers and social work activities.
I am grateful to God for the immense development and progress that the Miao Diocese received in the past 15 to 20 years. I also thank God for the contributions of many priests and religious associations and organizations for their support in the betterment of the people and the diocese. I remember with gratitude the Sunday school teachers, the catechists, lay leaders, youth leaders, fathers, sisters, and brothers.
Even though there are many difficulties, the establishment and growth of many parishes, schools, hostels, primary health care centers, training centers are all signs of the Church's growth in this part of the country.
The diocese gives primary importance to mission activities. It gives emphasis on the spiritual growth of the village women children.
After becoming
a Catholic, I am able to recognize the superstitious beliefs and practices we held on to for years. I became a changed person after receiving Catholicism and started praying the Rosary daily.
The missionaries enter fully into the village life and live among them and with them, sharing knowledge, Word of God and the sacraments.
The Church is making all effort to reach every corner of the diocese. It has brought a lot of growth and development to the state, and it's going to bring much more progress to the state.
They bring God's love and care and healing and comfort to the people.
There are villages even today without electricity and mobile networks coverage. Today the diocese has been able to penetrate into the tribal life and culture only through education brought in through our schools, boarding and colleges.
Into your peacefulness you're calling me, and I am born again.
The tribal folk songs, traditional dances and dramas and other art forms are being promoted by the diocese.
The missionaries constantly have to face a lot of challenges and difficulties. It includes the differences in culture, traditions, languages, customs, diets or food habits.
God is always with us.